It's about that time of day again. Welcome back to your nightly newsletter, boys and girls. Joseph James here. Tuesday evening, May 19th, 2015. Before we get into today's newsletter, please remember I teach everything we're going to cover here tonight in our newsletter to all of our students here at School of Trade. Everything you see me covering here tonight in my newsletter, we teach to all of our advanced members here at schooloftrade.com. We get a great free trial on our homepage at schooloftrade.com. Check it out. Also, 3 things here. I want to make sure you're aware of this. Make sure you're aware. Watch this video on our trading blog at Sideways Markets. There are 3 reasons why you should be over here at sidewaysmarkets.com. First thing is, all the charts that I'll have in today's video are going to be below tonight's video. So every chart you see me using tonight in the video, you can download and use those charts on your own computer tomorrow for your trading session. Second thing, upper left-hand corner, I've got a free pass for you. If you're not a member of School of Trade and you're curious what it feels like to be a student, I have a free pass for you, part of our free trial, to come out and test drive our live trade room. Give it a whirl, see what we're all about here at School of Trade. And of course, last but not least, third thing here, we have a nightly newsletter mailing list every evening, Monday through Thursday evening, just before 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to send you an email, let you know the newsletter is done for this evening so you know when to go out and watch it and be ready for tomorrow. So 3 things here, guys. Below the video tonight, you can download all the charts I'll be talking about in the video tonight. Second thing, you can grab a free pass to go out and attend our live trade room as a guest. And third, register for our nightly newsletter mailing list. If you register for the mailing list or if you grab your free pass, please make sure to check your email. I'm going to verify your email address by sending you a verification email. So make sure you check your inbox to give me approval to keep sending emails in the future. Helmets on, seatbelts fastened. All right, let's rock and roll here. Gold is bearish after an undershoot of the channel highs and a new bear channel pushing towards the channel undershoot support and that big round number of 1,200. All right, so sellers, let's read through this. Let's read through our plan here for tomorrow. Sellers should expect prices to retest the channel lows around 1,200. We have an undershoot of the high, right? Undershoot of the high. Now here's what we call an undershoot, right? So we have an undershoot of this long-term bull channel, right? Long-term bull channel. We saw an undershoot yesterday too. Undershoot of that long-term bull channel, we come tumbling off the highs here, take the undershoot, the weakness at the high, weakness at the low, and that puts us right about that 1,200 area, about 1198 is where we're going to see that undershoot support come in. So we got some pretty decent undershoot support sitting here just up off the high of that channel low, and it just so happens to coincide with the 1,200 big round number, the reversal line at 98, right? The reversal line at 98, and of course this whole entire trigger zone here, right? 1,200 down to 1192.7. So it appears though we are destined to get down to those lows here right now. So sellers, you guys have your options to sell short down to retest those lows here. Buyers, you've got some short-term opportunities here if you're a bull right now on gold, and then long-term opportunities once we get down to these lows. So let's play that game. What if price goes higher? What if price goes lower? What if price goes sideways here? If price goes sideways here, right smack in the middle, you're basically looking for bull traps to sell it short and continue that move lower, okay? If price goes higher here, I would look for a measured move up into this trigger zone area. There's a midline of the channel going through here, right? So we get a midline slicing through there as well. So definitely look for, as price goes higher, this is where you bulls out there, you're going to have some short-term opportunities here if you're a bull right now on gold, getting up to this trigger zone resistance, midline resistance, and then sellers, that's where you want to take this sucker right back down, right? So short-term buying opportunities as we go higher, long-term or medium-term selling opportunities to finish that move down to that 1,200, down to the 1198. The 1198 appears to be the better area of support for tomorrow. What if we just take off the downside? If we take off the downside, you know we're selling those rips. And again, we're going to have to really be careful, though, selling into this channel low. So if it takes off the downside, you better get to it fast because it's going to run out of space here real fast. The best environment here is going to be watching price push higher here, measured move, and then give us a chance here. Again, very short-term buying opportunities if we go up, medium-term selling opportunities, because then you got to assume those buyers are going to be stepping in and looking to buy these lows. Now you have a plan here for gold tomorrow. Again, short-term buying opportunities if we go higher. If we go lower, short-term selling opportunities. And again, the best environment here would be a measured move up to that overhead resistance and then finish that move off to the downside where we'll hit that big round number, trigger zone, undershoot, reversal line. There's quite a few reasons here why that area from a 1200 to 1198 will be a very difficult area to break through. So definitely if you're looking for long-term buys right now, you want to stay patient here on gold. Long-term bulls, you're going to want to stay patient and wait for the buying opportunities that come off those channel lows. We'll be trading this on a scalping time frame tomorrow morning in our live trade rooms. Come out and join us. As always, this is more of a long-term approach every evening on our newsletter. In our trade room, though, we are day traders and short-term scalpers, so we'll be applying what we know here on a much shorter period of time. How about the euro? The 6E, the euro futures, euro is trading at the lows of this long-term bull channel, which tells us there will be buying opportunities at these lows. But look at the strength of this bearish move today. Boy, I'll tell you, this bearish move today really opens our eyes here for additional selling opportunities at resistance levels above, or if we see new lower lows. Now, if you remember last night on the newsletter, we were right about up here, right? Last night on our newsletter, and we talked about the fact that we were coming off those highs and we expected it to rotate back to those lows. Remember this from last night? So we got exactly what we expected from last night's newsletter. But boy, oh boy, I mean, this thing was just, look at the size of that candle, man. It's huge. For the euro, that is a monster. So we definitely see there is a bit of strength here, right? I mean, you can call this kind of a spike and channel down here, right? A little bit there of a spike and channel. You know, bottom line is the sheer strength from these sellers causes me to pause a little bit. You know, I'm not going to say just blindly now we're getting ready to buy these lows, because clearly these sellers meant business today. So let's play that game. What if price goes sideways? What if price goes higher? What if price goes lower? Now again, if it goes sideways here, right? If it goes sideways here, you're looking for traps at the highs and the lows, right? So bear traps back up, bull traps back down. Okay, looking for traps at the highs and the lows if it goes sideways here. Now remember, this strong move down tells us that the best traps are going to be the bull traps, right? If we continue going sideways here, it'll be a bull trap is going to be the best trap to take because of that push down. If price goes higher, right? Price goes higher. This is where you buyers have a shot here right now. Again, I would look for a measured move up to that channel low, up to that reversal line, up to that trigger zone, right? You get a lot of reasons up here, right, to stop being an aggressive buyer here. Again, if we take off to the upside, you're going to have some buying opportunities up to that 1227, up to that 1251, 1215 area. It's going to be really short-lived. And then what you got to do is, if you're a bull right now on the euro, again, the strength to the downside, it causes us to have some concern just blindly buying this right now. So what we'll do is we'll wait for, if we can get up to these highs here, we'll wait for the sellers to try once, sellers to try twice, and if they fail on the second time, that's when we know this whole thing changes from being very bearish right now to being back to its normal price action here, which would be, again, go up, try once to get short, try twice to make it move lower. If they fail, then, of course, we're going to see price relatively quickly, most likely, head right up to the big round number of 1,300. We get a trigger zone here waiting for you here, and then we'll try to cycle back up again, right, to get back up to that channel high. So, again, if we go higher here on the euro, you've got very easy money to make on the way up to this area here, but that's where you should see these sellers come in and defend that strength, that strong bearish trend we saw in today's session. Just blew right through those lows very, very convincingly. So, and then if we see it fail, 1, two attempts to go lower. If it fails, then we know we've got those bulls doing what they should be doing at these channel lows, which is cycling this thing right back towards those highs, right? If the bulls take back control of it, the ultimate target later on this week is going to be right back here at 1458. That's where the target will be if the bulls can grab hold of it. Now, what are we going to do if price goes down, right? If price goes lower here, all of a sudden this becomes a channel break, and we'll expect to see a measured move into this support area down here at 1072, and then we have additional buying opportunities at that major support level. We can't forget, guys, we have a major long-term bullish trend right now on the euro. So this 1072 area, this 1072 down to the 978 area of support here. These are two very important areas of support on that euro. So if you're a bear right now, make sure you're not selling into these areas of support. And again, I would expect here once again that measured move into this area here, and then seeing buyers come in and bargain hunting this here right at that 1072. Where we go from there, obviously, I can't tell you this early in the game, but we'll know more about this in tomorrow's session, right? So come out and join me tomorrow. We'll walk you through this stuff in real time. Bottom line, as we go up, short-term opportunities to the upside, but then look for those sellers to try to take it lower off this area, 1215, 1227, 1251. If the sellers try twice, once fails, twice fails, and they can't get it to go lower, that's your green light now. We're back on the bull side again, and we're buying those dips on the way up to targets listed above us. Okay? Be aware of that if you're a bull right now on the euro. If we take off the downside, look for a measured move into this support area here at 1072. Sellers, you will have a short-term opportunity here to get short, but be careful there at 1072 selling into that support. Look for it to make the reversal. And then if we see that nice reversal off this low tomorrow morning, you're going to get more buying opportunities off that low. Again, the long-term trend is still a bull right now. So we know that we have those short-term selling opportunities on the way down, but you will see some more bargain hunters buying at these support levels as this price goes lower on the euro. Now you've got a plan here. Depending on what happens tomorrow morning, we'll see how the plan develops. How about that crude boy? Fell out of bed here today. Now this time last night, we were sitting right smack in the middle of a price wedge, if you remember from last night's newsletter, right? So as we sat last night, we didn't have a lot of direction, right? Didn't have a lot of direction. It was pretty much balanced right in the middle. Well, once we saw this price head down to these lows here and just blow right through it, it was pretty obvious at that point, as I said last night in the newsletter, if we make a run for it, we pretty much knew where we were going to run to, right? It was pretty obvious in the live trade room this morning. We knew exactly where we were likely headed. We had pinned it at 58.20 this morning in the trade room, but as you can see, it overextended a little bit from that, overshot those lows just a little bit here. So definitely bearish this evening on crude. We can see price sitting right at channel lows, right at trigger zone support. We've got measured move support. All of this tells us to expect prices to move higher off these lows, which means buyers have short-term opportunities pretty much right now, and sellers, you guys are going to want to wait here. Now, the problem right now is that overshoot of these lows, that overshoot of the lows, the testing of major support down here at 58.03, we're probably going to see a pretty decent correction back higher here. We know that the best option here will be to wait for price to get back up towards these highs and sell it back down again. So sellers, be cautious here. This little area right here, right, these are great targets for you buyers here. It's going to be difficult, in my opinion, to see the price really turn over here and start moving lower. You might get some quick little scalps there, but buyers, though, these are your targets overhead right now if you're a bull on the crude, right? Buyers, those are your targets overhead. Sellers, you want to be really conservative here because, again, that overshoot of that low, and overshoot tells me here we overdid it to the downside. And most likely you're going to see quite a bit of profit taking, quite a bit of bargain hunting down here at these lows, which will normally cause this price to kind of slingshot right back up. So what I'd be looking for right now is, as this price goes higher here, I'm looking for very significant proof of a reversal before I'm going to consider selling short because of that overshoot. That means all the bulls right now, you guys have the opportunities right now in the short term to buy it up to these resistance levels, and then wait for, again, the sellers try once, try twice, and then go. Try once, try twice, and then go. So basically, you're looking for short-term buying opportunities up into resistance, waiting for those sellers to try twice, fail, and then back in long. Again, try twice, fail, back in, twice, fail, back in, right? That's the idea behind it after that overshoot. And again, if we see it make the move and actually deliver to the downside, then we know it's back to following that trend again. And remember, this is a very slow time frame. So we'll be watching this in real time tomorrow on a much faster time frame. So being able to capitalize on these moves will be much easier. This is just a bigger picture look so you guys have a plan for tomorrow. I think right now, though, the name of the game is going to be ahead of inventories tomorrow on crude oil. You're probably going to see this price start to get a little bit bullish here. So again, be very careful selling these areas. Use them as targets in the short term, and then look for the sellers to try and fail at these targets overhead, and that will give you another few opportunities here to be a bull. The way we've been moving here this week on crude oil, there is no reason, as we trade at 58.26, there is no reason why we can't go all the way back to 60 and then right back down again for tomorrow's session. So stay on the lookout here. Short-term buying opportunities, long-term selling opportunities, and again, be very careful selling at those short-term resistance levels overhead because of that overshoot, okay? Because of that channel overshoot at that low, we just do expect a more dramatic push higher. All right, guys? If price goes lower, we really have to be careful if price just takes off, because now we're in really dire straits down here. We're well oversold if this price keeps pushing lower. If it keeps pushing lower, the smart traders are going to be waiting for those sellers to start failing and then get the snapback going back up, right? So if we try to go lower here, 1, 2, sellers fail, get that snap back up. Again, the overshoot tells us right now we should eventually here see this price really start to push higher here, whether it be overnight, tomorrow morning, ahead of the inventory report tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. All right? So buying opportunities here off this overshoot. We do expect it to go higher here before it goes lower. Be conservative, right? Be careful. Trying to be too aggressive selling at these short-term targets overhead. A little bit easier to see those sellers failing at these areas and giving us additional opportunities here to rotate back to those highs, and then we'll be looking once again to take this baby right back down again. Don't forget, tomorrow is inventory day on crude oil. That means get to it early. Get out of there early. Be careful around that inventory number. I always say between 10:15 and 10:45 on Wednesday inventory days. You really got to be sitting on hands if you're a new trader. As always, don't forget, we're going to be trading this market real time tomorrow morning in our live trade rooms. Come out and see us. Bottom line, short-term buying, long-term selling opportunities. Sit on those hands tomorrow from 10:15 to 10:45. Let the dust settle after that news comes out. Find that new trend, and then right back on the horse. We'll be trading it together with you guys tomorrow. Now, I know you guys are alone right now watching this video, but please don't forget you're not alone out there in your trading career. Here at SchoolOfTrade.com, I've been teaching and trading in our trade room for almost 12 years now here at School of Trade. We're the longest running, most successful trading education website on the planet. We get a great free trial. Grab the free trial. I'll send you an invite to come out and attend our live trade room. Also, we offer 3 levels of membership: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. We offer lifetime memberships. We don't charge junk fees for indicators or chat rooms or tech support. Once you're a member for life, and I've always got someone standing by here 24/7, 365 to give you guys any information you may need. Join the trial. Join as an advanced member. We'll see you guys tomorrow. And then one more newsletter tomorrow evening. Same time, same place, 8 p.m. Eastern time. You got it. Be well out there. Be nice to each other. My name is Joseph. We'll see you guys then. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye for now.